Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into something that I think is going to resonate with a lot of you. It's that classic problem with super powerful AI coding assistants like Claude Code. All the endless, tedious setup. We're going to look at an open source tool that basically gives you this huge library of upgrades with just a single command. It's all about unlocking your AI's full potential without all the headache.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You've got this amazing, powerful AI tool sitting right there, but getting it configured just right with all the custom skills and personas you want, well, it starts to feel like a full-time job all by itself. And that's the real kicker. You know how much of a game changer it is to give your AI specialized skills, these things called subagents, but the thought of building them from the ground up, all that manual work, it's just such a huge barrier. Honestly, it stops a lot of us from ever getting to use these tools the way they were meant to be used. And this really gets to the heart of what I call the hidden cost of using advanced AI. It's not about money, it's about time. It's the sheer amount of energy and hours you have to sink in just to get everything off the ground.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling. You're looking at a feature, you see the potential, but you're just so bogged down by the setup that you never get to it. The power is right there, but that activation energy is it's way too high.
So what if we could just get rid of that cost? What if we could wipe it out completely? Well, that's where our hero of the day comes in. It's a free open source project called Code Templates, and it was built to solve this exact problem.
And when I say it solves the problem, I mean it solves it at a massive scale. We are talking about a huge, ready-to-go library with over 300 components you can just grab and install instantly. And, because it's community-driven, that number is just going up all the time.
So what is it, really? Well, at its core, it's a library built by the community for the community. It's just packed with these pre-built sub-agents, think of them as specialist personas, and also custom commands for quick shortcuts, and even entire project configurations. The best part? It's all free, and it's all designed so you never have to do that tedious setup work again. Okay, so how does this magic actually happen? The beautiful thing about it is its simplicity. You're not about to learn some new complicated system. Nope. You're just going to use a single command. The whole process is just so simple. You just browse their website, you find a skill you like, you copy one little command, paste it right into your terminal for that project, and that's it. You can literally start using that new AI skill right away. Okay, let's walk through a real example. Imagine you need some help writing blog posts for a project. You pop over to the library and you find a pre-built content marketer agent. You read the description, it looks perfect. And boom, with that one command, you've basically just hired a new specialist for your team. Claude Code automatically sees this new sub-agent, and you can immediately start delegating tasks to it. Like, hey, write me an SEO-optimized article about this topic. No creating files, no fighting with configuration, it just works.
But here's the thing. This library is so much more than just those big, complex agents. It actually covers the entire range of customizations you'd want to do with Claude Code. It's really broken down into three main categories. First, you've got the sub-agents. Those are your deep knowledge specialists for the big multi-step jobs. Then you have custom commands, which are perfect little shortcuts for things you do all the time. And finally, you've got MCPs, which are basically project-wide blueprints to get you started on a specific kind of work, like a new web app. So what that looks like in the real world is you can install that content marketer to write your blog posts, you can add a C# setup command to get instant help with your .NET config, and then apply a full Playwright testing setup to your project. And you can do all of that in just a few seconds. It's wild.
But okay, believe it or not, there's actually more. This tool isn't just a template library. It also comes with a whole suite of dashboards that give you this incredible new level of insight and control over your whole AI setup.
Right, so it's not just about adding new toys. It's also about managing the ones you have. And you can launch these really cool interactive dashboards right from the same command line tool. You get three main tools here. There's a health check that scans your whole setup for any errors. There's a chat dashboard that gives you a nice web interface to look back through all your conversations. And then there's the analytics dashboard, which lets you actually visualize your token usage and other stats. And that analytics part, wow, it is so powerful. I mean, for the first time, you get this really clear visual breakdown of how you're using the AI. You can see which agents are eating up the most tokens, which helps you figure out your patterns and, maybe even optimize your costs. It's a level of insight most of us just haven't had before. So when you put it all together, the gigantic template library and these super useful management dashboards,
It's pretty clear that this tool isn't just a nice to have, it's a total game changer for anyone who's serious about using Cloud Code.
Really, the big takeaways here are simple, but they're huge. First, it saves you a ridiculous amount of time on setup. Second, it makes you way more productive by giving you instant access to these powerful pre-built skills. Third, it just demolishes the barrier to entry, making this advanced AI stuff accessible to everybody, not just the experts. And finally, because it's powered by the community, it's a living resource that's just going to keep getting better and better.
It really leaves you with a powerful thought, right? When a community comes together to create a tool that removes the single biggest point of friction, we're all free to stop worrying about the tedious stuff and just focus on what really matters. So with all that setup out of the way, the only question left is, what are you going to build next?